Well, the real estate market is red hot. Houses are only on the market for a couple weeks, if that. And with a hot real estate market comes the fear of missing out, comes people paying over asking price. With a hot real estate market, it gives some people the opportunity to sell their house, to make out, and to reposition their life. So a hot real estate market is not all bad. You know, if you have been looking to get out of where you live and go somewhere else, there's no excuses. If you're looking to buy something, you're going to have to learn to be patient, because a hot real estate market does not mean that there's unaffordable houses. It means that you are going to have to wait and be ready for the right opportunity for you. The first thing I would say before we start talking about anything else regarding the housing market is remember your financial goals. Okay. Because a house is somewhere to live. Good to see you, Rashad. Love to you, man. Appreciate you. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? Good to see you, Rashad. Are you living where you want to live, Rashad? That's a key question in life. Okay. Because let me tell you something. There's going to be negative and positive people everywhere in this world, but there are better environments. There is a better quality of life with regards to the weather and with regards to the people. To move is very hard because it means you're going to separate from your familiar circumstance, your family, your friends, the stores you grew up knowing. And a lot of people they talk a good game, but they're unwilling to separate. Okay. And what I want to share with you as we start this conversation, okay, is remember your financial goals, because you can live in paradise but lose sight of your financial goals and be in prison. Because if you get concerned that gas goes up 15 cents a gallon, then you should definitely be concerned, okay, if you're buying a house at the top of your price range. Okay. And if you can't afford to buy, there's nothing wrong with renting. There's nothing wrong with being a nomad. Okay. Everything costs money, though. There is something wrong with those who are physically and mentally able but not working, because you're just basically hurting yourself. However, look, I know most people I know, look, they work. They still can't get ahead. Why? Kids and relationships, period. It's not their investments. It's not that they're bad people. It's not that they're lazy. It's kids and relationships. So remember, guys, a real estate market's only hot when families are buying real estate. It's not single people who buy real estate in the masses. Okay. There's some exceptions. It's families. Okay. And it's the number one thing contested in a divorce, real estate. Okay. Remember that one of the basic needs for humanity is shelter. Shelter from the weather, shelter from the environment. But remember that the average square footage of a house has increased about 100%. The average square footage of a house used to be about 1,000 square foot. It's probably close now to 2,000 square foot. Okay. You know, a single person, there's nothing wrong with living in a studio apartment. Okay. There is something wrong living where you don't want to live. Hal, what's good, my brother? Good, man. I am feeling good today. Your prayers are working. Good. Well, how'd you make out with the work? Did you Instacart? Push forward, brother. Because every day you don't work is a negative day. Why? Because like I said, it's going to be hard to break that algorithm. It's going to be very hard to break that algorithm. And you got to be in emergency mode. Now, I know I just probably threw a wet towel on your hot day. I apologize. But, you know, when your back's against the wall, you don't want to wait, okay, until you're in the lake of fire. Because what I could tell you is when you're desperate, you have to make bad financial decisions. You have to make bad emotional decisions. When I was desperate, I had to borrow money from family. Bad decision. Bad decision. And I had to reposition my career. I had to get a hold of my finances. Guys, if I was desperate, I'd have to let some people back in the live chat. Never gonna happen. Okay. Never. Why? Ain't worth it. When you're desperate, you're gonna live with your ex. That's right. When you're desperate, you'll live with a junkie. When you're desperate, okay, you'll live in a bad neighborhood. Get out of desperation. I'll tell you right now, guys, in the hot real estate market, it's the person who acts not desperate that is able to navigate the highs and lows of a market. Coconuts was hot here today. It was beautiful in South Florida. It was about 85 degrees with the heat index. Okay. What I can tell you is I'm never going back to New Jersey other than hurricane season, September and October. 2 months out of the year that I'll probably travel out, September and October. New Jersey is a shithole even in the summer. Why? Jersey Shore is crowded, overpopulated. Houses are overpriced, and now you can work from anywhere. Okay, you can trade Bitcoin from South Beach. Okay, even though South Beach is too congested, in my opinion, that's disaster too. Or you can be in South Dakota. I don't know why anyone would be in South Dakota. I worked in New Jersey, okay, in a pharmaceutical plant in Rahway, New Jersey, with a guy from South Dakota. Why did he travel to New Jersey? Because there was no jobs in South Dakota. Okay, he was what they call a journeyman electrician. What I want to tell you is this. They got cheap houses in the middle of nowhere, even in a real estate boom. But a cheap house in the middle of nowhere is worth little to nothing. Because what can you do in the middle of nowhere other than seek shelter? You can't seek anything economic. Okay. I've had some psychopaths, they're living in the middle of nowhere, and they comment on my channel. I don't even know how they get internet. Because I've been in the middle of nowhere. You can't get internet. Okay. It's a disaster. You say, well, that's the only place I can afford a house. Well, we go back to the number one question. What's your financial situation? What's your budget? What's your future dreams? Are you playing defense and offense? What's your age? What's your health? Why are we talking about this? I want to talk about a hot real estate market. Well, guys, real estate is a reflection of you. And I don't know, you don't want a cold real estate market. Why? That means the economy's even worse. I've had some people, as soon as the coronavirus hit, they say, yes, let society collapse. I was like, damn, man. Someone commented today, a female living in her SUV in the West Coast, I think in the desert. She broke as hell. I'd said. But she said, yeah, like the houses I did about 300,000. Right now, guys, the average house in America about 300,000. Now, the average person in America lives paycheck to paycheck. But she said, yeah, when the housing collapse, they're going to be the first ones to suffer. Guys, people have been predicting the housing collapse since 2008. When I had my house, I bought a house in 2002. I was underwater for like 5-7 years. Okay, guys, when the housing collapses, it goes back up. But bottom line is, one is you shouldn't be wishing that on people. Two is, she said that these people are out of touch with 95% of society. You're wrong. 95% of society is buying houses or doing okay or living paycheck to paycheck. Guys, 1% of society, I know I'm in it, can have nowhere to go. Okay. Maybe by choice, maybe by circumstance. But, you can rent a room, you can rent an apartment. You don't have to buy real estate. I told Coconuts, never buy real estate before you live in an area for at least a year. I think 2. Why? Because I guarantee you come down to Florida, you go to South Dakota, you go wherever you go. I guarantee you're not going to really know the neighborhood you like for at least a year or 2. Even in a hot real estate market, never buy unless you've been there several times for several periods of seasons. I'll tell you this, South Florida and all of Florida is different in the rainy season. And there's some neighborhoods that completely flood out. You'll never know that until you live through a couple rainy seasons. There may be a trap house behind your house. You'll never know that if you buy online. I saw some today. They bought a house, they put under contract, within 4 hours. I said, damn, did they even go look at that thing? It's a high real estate market. Interest rates are low. Just remember this, all you Bitcoin buyers, shout out to Coconuts. At the Federal Reserve giveth, and the Federal Reserve taketh away. Now, the Federal Reserve said today, Chairman Powell, that he does not plan again to up the interest rates anytime soon. When the interest rates are low, housing is hot. Why? Lower interest rate, lower your payment. Okay. Higher house price, but your payment is still relatively low. Because if the interest rates go up 4%, it's like the house price is going down $30,000. Okay. It's all a game. However, guys, don't mind fuck the game. Go back to where you are in your financial journey. Your time management, your money management, your emotional management. Buying a house, very emotional. Breaking up is very emotional. Okay. Hearing me talk could be very emotional. Okay. Dealing with the psychopaths online, very emotional. Very hard. I can't believe it. Even for me, it's very hard lately to figure out what I want to do next. I'm very fortunate I got options, but I'm very much sacrificed and worked and picked up side hustles to get more options. You don't work, your dreams don't work. If you don't work, you ain't gonna buy a house. Even though I know one person in the past year, they bought a house. I think they were on disability. And as soon as they bought it, they said they can't afford it. I said, well, why'd you buy it? I understand. It's very emotional to feel like you're going to run out of options. Very emotional. And what I want to tell you is if you are in the real estate market, get pre-approved, but don't buy until you lived in an area for 2 years. If you're scared about missing out, don't be. Because there'll always be another house or another opportunity down the road, even though I know it doesn't feel like that sometimes. Just like when you break up with someone, it feels like I'll never meet someone like that again. But life goes on. Remember, a house is shelter, and we need shelter. Okay. How much house do we need? The location, while it may be great, the main thing with a location is that you feel safe. I'd say the number one aspect of a real estate location is that you feel at night you can go outside your house and go for a walk without any problem, without carrying your gun, okay, without watching your back too heavily. Even though always keep your head on the swivel. Shout out to my man BVT from South Carolina, told me that. Okay. There's one property, very cheap, very reasonable. I like it. But I don't know if I could say I'd feel at peace walking around at night. That matters. That matters. Now, some people who want a piece of property by the ocean, what I found is even most people living by the ocean, they don't go in the ocean. But it's something for them just to be by it. Remember, there's a lot of free public parks by the ocean. You don't have to live by there, but there is a difference between living by the ocean and living 20 minutes inland. There's a difference. There's a different vibe, different energy, different culture. In a hot real estate market, you have to start with a process of elimination. What are you willing to sacrifice and what are you not? Guys, the nomad life is dead. Okay. It peaked out in 2019, 2020. Okay. No one, is selling their house now to be a nomad. If they are, guys, it's like, you guys are hustling backwards. Okay. People are getting off the road and buying home bases. Guys, more real estate videos coming. Why? Guys, no one's traveling around buying a Class A anymore or buying a Class C. It's over. Nomad life's dead. Everything has a wave, guys. And the wave has crashed of the nomad life. We are in forbearance wave. Okay. We are in low interest rate wave. We are in a hot-ass real estate market, not a hot nomad market. It's true. So have you missed out on the nomad life or on the real estate life? Guys, you haven't missed out on anything. It all goes back to what are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your time? Good to see you, Pluto. Don't rush. Pluto asked me the other day, he became a nomad this year. He's doing him. I would never tell him to rush to buy real estate. I told him that the other night. What should he do with his money? Whatever he wants. Should you become a nomad now? Yeah, guys, look, it all goes back to what are your goals, where are you at in life, and what are you doing with your time? Because until you can master that, guys, a house going to kick your ass. Like some of you guys, like you're struggling to be productive, or girls during the day. If you think a house gonna solve your problems, you're gonna get your ass kicked. Okay. More stuff doesn't make your life more better. It makes it more expensive, more harder. However, living dead broke does not get you ahead. Playing defense won't win you a championship. You got to score the bucket. You got to get in the end zone. You got to play offense and defense. Because let me tell you something. People ain't going to want to fuck with you no more. They're going to say, you know what? This person's just unproductive. Nice person, but they're unproductive. Hold on. 499 Super Chat. Glad I showed up today. Glad I showed up. Paid it on. 499 Super Chat. My generation needs this information. A lot of us are lost when it comes to money handling, priorities, and making hard decisions. Not sure why. Love. Well, love to you too, and thank you. Well, I'll say each generation goes through their own cycles. And you have to go through failure. I went through failure. I shared with you guys failure. The biggest thing I had in my favor is that I always worked, and I'm still working. If you don't work, your dreams don't work. Take that to the bank. And if you don't work, you ain't taking shit to the bank. Okay. A body in motion stays in motion. Now, here's the other part of that equation. You can work hard, you can do side work on the weekend, and you can still not get ahead because the house you have is too big, the renovations are too expensive. Guys, renovations are a trap. You know, you got to be very cautious when it comes to the biggest expense in your lifetime, which is shelter a house. And I fell into the trap. Shout out to my man Stretch, who's living in his car, working 2 jobs. One at Home Depot, one at Planet Fitness. That guy is never going to be unemployed. Never. Why? Because, guys, Home Depot always hiring, so is Planet Fitness. So like that broke girl who told me today, like, oh, people out of touch with society, I can't find a job. I said, bitch, every time I go to Planet Fitness, it's got a big ass sign that says now hiring. Give me a break. Just tell me you're lazy or you got some type of mental or physical problem. Okay. Don't tell me people aren't hiring. You could be a caretaker and wipe an old person's ass. You get $20 an hour. Baby boomers are about to die. When will be the next housing recession? In my opinion, about 10 years, when most of the baby boomers pass to the next dimension. Because there'll be a gluttony of inventory. However, guys, no one knows the future. Don't try to predict the future. Try to understand what you did with your time today. See, guys, most people get a house just so they can get a recliner. Most people get a recliner just so they can watch TV or YouTube and see how the housing market is. Guys, people want to be on the recliner, not the incliner. Never forget it. Pluto. We got to keep moving forward. Pluto, I think being a nomad is for a few, like you always say. Definitely. Hell, I might even get off into a room. Yeah. Laughing, I love you, man. You're a good guy. I love everyone. But I tried to always keep challenging myself. Well, hey, I'll tell you, a few weeks in the all-night gas station or in the truck stop or even in the campground. Well, look, guys, it's still a good life, the nomadic life, but it's a harder life, especially if you struggle with life in a house or an apartment. You know, again, when you initially take flight, for most people, it's exciting. But after the initial flight, getting in your car, most people realize, look, I'm not really saving that much money, and now I'm in my car. Oh, shit. Like I say, guys, after a certain time period, no one wants to hear your shit. No one wants to hear my shit. Kathy, it's great to see you. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Pluto. Thank you, Paydonon. Thank you, Coconuts. Thank you, Hal. Thank you, Rashad. Rashad, great to see you. So as we sit here in 2021, we are bombarded, okay, with inflation. But we're always left with trying to check our emotions. You know, whether walking off the car lot, walking away from a house, walking away from RV. It doesn't mean we should always walk away. I'm getting close to walking towards something. But I always keep checking myself to make sure the direction I'm going is right. Never buy a house unless it anchors you to an environment that's healthy and you want to be there long term. Never buy a house you can't afford. If you're not Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It, never buy a house that needs TLC. If you ever see in the real estate description, this house just needs a little TLC, they're not talking about the R&B group. They're talking about Andre Rison. You better burn that fucking house down because that shit is in despair. If you ever see a real estate listing saying, own a piece of paradise, you better check the HOA fee in that bitch. You better check the hurricane insurance. If you ever buy a house in Jersey, you better check the winter forecast. If you ever buy a house in Kentucky, you're broke because that's a high poverty state, but you're probably a nice person. Kentucky, Louisiana, shout out to Sabrina. These are nice. You know, I met some nice people from these places, but guys, very poor places. So you got to be very careful where you buy. Peyton Place, Facts 100 emoji, damn it. $4.99 super chat. Glad I showed up. Glad I showed up. Okay. Thank you, Peyton Place. Shout out to Peyton Manning. What I could tell you is this, guys, never buy a house in Indianapolis. Because other than the Colts, I don't know what else is popping in Indianapolis. I don't even know where. Is that Minnesota? I don't know where that is, to be honest with you. You could buy a couple acres probably, okay, in Wyoming. Are you going to DoorDash? Are you going to get Wi-Fi? Are you going to be a caretaker? Are you going to even have a summer? In a hot real estate market, you better look at all these factors because you're rushing. Because, guys, when you see that fire emoji, it's like when you saw Bitcoin go up. Now, to my man Coconut's credit, when Bitcoin dipped, he said, buy on a dip, motherfucker. Now, to be fair, Coconut's rich as hell, so he can take more risk. If you're broke, don't put all your money in Robinhood app and start trading futures because you guys don't really understand that's a lot of risk. This is, you got to be careful. Kathy, house renovation is a big trap. Oh, biggest. But I've been through it. I made mistakes. Bad for mental health and financial stability. Yep, and you ain't having sex no more. Okay. With yourself or with your partner. Why? Because you hate life. Instead of going to bed thinking about deep throating, you're going to bed thinking about a color palette, okay, and that you got to go back to Home Depot and get a different color yellow. Yep. You should be thinking about licking the bowls. Okay. Or you should be thinking about licking the coochie. You're going to bed all dry and paint on your hands instead of come on your face. Life has failed you. But real estate market's hot. You're not hot. You guys are cold as ice. Like MOP said, shout out to Al. You're as cold as ice. Willing to sacrifice. Oh no. Coconut's giving more advice. Buy SNDI. I don't know what that is. This is for entertainment purposes only. Coconuts, man. Make sure you're enjoying the sunny Florida, man. Have a trading window. All my traders out there, trade in time window intervals. You got to enjoy the day. You got to enjoy the day. If you don't enjoy the day, you can't enjoy your money. If you don't learn how to manage your time, you'll never enjoy life, whether you're in a big house, no house, or a trap house. Until you can manage your time, every day is a bad day. Because every day goes by. And then before you know it, guys, you're back with your ex. You're back in an unhealthy situation. Okay. And it's a disaster. Marcel, shout out to UK. Hey, Sam. I think a simple life rocks. Well, I saw a lot of people fall trap to the simple life and become the poverty life. You gotta be careful. You can't change the world. Well, you can make the world progressively better. Shout out to Martin Luther King. Shout out to JFK. Shout out to, look, people, Jesus. Shout out to Gandhi. Shout out to people. Yeah, look, you can make life progressively better. However, the world is always going to be the world. So that point, I agree. You can only change you. I agree with that. And influence and inspire. See, you nailed it. You can influence and inspire friends and associates. You're right, brother. You nailed it. Marcel, you get it. Shout out to UK. You got to get the hell out of the UK. It's cloudy. It's going to kill your mental health. I don't care if they got universal health care, guys. Guys, Canada got universal health care. And shout out to all my viewers, Tony Guerrero, everyone from up there. I'll never move to Canada. Why? Guys, New Jersey's closer to Canada than the Caribbean. I'll move to Florida. Why? I would date AOC. I think she's a beautiful woman. I like AOC. I think she's smart too. But me and AOC would end up getting a divorce. Why? I would tell AOC, look, I don't want to pay state income tax. Okay? I want to live in Florida like AOC's mom, and I don't want to pay state income tax. Okay? I want to get with you on some of these reforms, but let's figure something out, baby. Okay? Because I think you're cute. I think you're very smart. I think you're a good leader. Hal, great song, yeah. That was actually redone. MOP redid that. It used to be a rock song. I forgot the rock group name. Anybody know the rock group name, The Cold as Ice? MOP, the rap group, redid it in the 90s. You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice. Yeah, that was a good song. Guys, real estate market's not cold, it's hot. Inventory's low, demand's high. Interest rates low. Renovations out the wazoo. If you need a job, go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's, go to Planet Fitness. Every time I walk in Planet Fitness, now hiring. Every time I go in a gas station, a DoorDasher's picking up food. My biggest thing right now about getting a Class B is I'm thinking about my exit strategy if I became in financial need and I needed DoorDash. I'd have to park that RV at a campground or home base or something. I could put it in a storage unit, $200 a month, right off as a business expense. Have a cheap beater car and DoorDash if I had to. Foreigner was the group, the rock group. Thank you, Hal. Love to you, brother. Keep showing up, Hal. Waking up early every day is a full-time job. Very hard to wake up early. If you don't wake up early, you're in a deficit. Some people get a house, guys, just to sleep late. Total trap. Now, do I know some people doing good in life sleep late? Yeah. Guys, I know, guys, people do. It's hard. Life is not an exact science. And I'm sitting here sweating in my car, okay? And I got to be honest with you guys. I can't recommend this for everyone. For most people, guys, you're better off in your recliner. You guys wouldn't survive 5 days in your car. I just tried to say it. Marcel, could you DoorDash on, that's a good question, on a moped or a motorcycle? I was talking to a friend today. I was talking about that. He made me laugh. And he was like, Sam, what you doing? I was like, well, I'm trying to think about my next step. I'm really thinking about a Class B, like motorhome. And he goes, well, I said, my only negative is I don't know if I want that to be my everyday driver car. Shout out to my ex-viewer, Liz. She used to live in a Corrado Axion. She used to tell me that, Sam, I don't know if you want that to be your main driver car. And so my friend was like, well, what could you do other than, could you get like a moped or like a Vespa scooter or something? They have a lot of them down here in Florida. I said, yeah, I could, but, that's not really my style. And it's true. I don't feel safe. I had a friend that died on a motorcycle. I don't like that. I don't like motorcycles. I don't like Vespas. Now, in a city, you could probably do that. I could go to Miami, Fort Lauderdale and do it, but it'd be a disaster, especially the way people drive in Florida. So it's a good thought, but I would never do it, never recommend it. Maybe in San Francisco, not here. Even if you could do it here, I wouldn't do it. I don't feel safe on, not worth it. So I would get a home base or park it at a RV spot and then just have a car there too. And just Uber around or something. So I have some exit strategies. But we'll see. Look, do I want to buy real estate? I look at real estate every day. I look at Realtor.com. I don't look at really Zillow.com. Realtor.com. I would say I probably wouldn't buy something over $200,000. Not much inventory under $100,000 that isn't in a bad neighborhood or in the middle of nowhere. Maybe you can get $150,000 to $175,000, maybe. I'm going to do a video tomorrow about that. But the average house in America right now is about $300,000. Now, not owning a house will not give you financial freedom. Owning a house will not give you financial freedom. It's only the managing of your money, your time, and your life. And you got to get a little lucky. It's all those things. Focus on what you can control. A house is a shelter. A car is a shelter. Look, it's like, right now I'm living in a 5-year-old paid off, beat up car a little bit because I've been living in it for 4 years out of the 5 I had it. And, looking at these different RVs and different cars, there's some that are very basic and ugly that I could get and be cheaper. And there's some that are nicer. Now, look, to be honest, if I can't afford the one I like, it doesn't have to be the best, then I'll just wait. Because, look, it's like the same thing I feel with a house. If you can afford like a house, but it's ugly and it doesn't inspire you, I would say wait, in my opinion. Why? Because I think there is something that you have to be inspired. Okay. Now, not over emotional. Okay. Where it's like you're so in love with it, like that's the only one. But, again, to me, if you're going to spend money on something, it has to be practical. So I understand that. That's true. But it also has to be passionate. Like if you marry someone you went to high school with, I don't think you're really, well, not unless you were like always passionate. I know one guy I know recently, he married his high school sweetheart. They're in love. They're still in love. So I'm not talking about him. I'm just saying, like, I know a couple people, they married a high school sweetheart. Well, not a high school sweetheart, excuse me. They married a high school third backup string quarterback. Meaning that they got to their 30s, late 30s, and they realized, damn, all the people I really like screwed me over. Now I'm going to date below my potential with someone I knew in high school, not really passionately in love, but shit, they'll fix the house and I'll be able to control the relationship. I remember, great lesson. I hope I still got some people listening tonight. I remember being at the eye doctor in New Jersey just years ago. And this was when I was trying to debate if I should get out of the dating scene. And this one, she was, I think, Chinese doctor. She looked good. Well, at least I was horny. I was feeling her. And we were talking. And we started talking about personal. She said, well, how you doing? I said, yeah, I'm looking at different things. A little caught up in the dating. I go, I think maybe I'll try to date a friend. Because everyone keeps telling me, like, you should date your best friend or date a friend. And she looked at me. She goes, well, it's good to be friends with someone you're with. But then she looked at me. She said, but you got to have some passion. I said, oh, shit. She's right. Guys, if you don't have any passion when you look at your car, your house, your girl, your man, you got a puppet. Okay? You got a piece of shit house or a piece of shit car. You ain't got no passion. Guys and girls, it's a disaster. Oh, that's a powerful message right there. No, let's take hydration break, go back, live comments. Click the thumbs up, click the blue join button you want to support. You know what it is. I show up every day on a hot real estate market in the depths of the coronavirus when the National Guard take over. During a presidential election. Okay. Camping out of my car. No Airbnb. Shout out to all my people Airbnb. Guys and girls, it's either nomad life, okay, or home-based life or RV life, okay? I don't half-ass it. I'm an all or nothing guy. I'm not saying that's right. Shout out to Pluto and ESP. I'm an all or nothing guy. Don't take offense. I'm not talking about you directly. I'm just saying this is my mindset. So you say, Sam, it's getting like Coconut said. It's fucking 85 degrees Fahrenheit today in South Florida. You say, well, are you going to get an Airbnb so you can sleep at night? Guys, I'm going to Walmart. I got a $15 fan, bro. Okay? $15 fan. You got a $1,500 Airbnb. Not you, the people in here I know, but you know I'm speaking in general. Now, do I recommend that for everyone? Hell no. Peyton Place. Keep doing your stuff. Love your energy. Well, thank you, Peyton Place, because I got over 4 million views. My subscribers are up. My revenue's up. My views are up. And I may start doing home reviews. Okay, I may start doing... I'll tell you one thing I ain't doing. Okay. I'll tell you one, I'm not going to beat this nomad life dead to the fucking horse, Blue. Okay. And I damn sure never going back to free chats. Why? Because, guys, I'm never going back to the strip club. I'm never going back to teen night at the club. You evolve. Okay. And you work and you show up and you charge a fee. And if they don't like that, let their broke, dumb cousin who doesn't even know electrical work try to fix their house. And when the shit blows up, okay, say, hey, look, I told you should pay me $125 an hour. That's right. Okay. Because what I can tell you is this, guys, he fucked up all your wiring. Okay. And now it's going to cost you double. Okay? Because if you don't get that memberships, what are $9.99, guys, with inflation, low interest rates, memberships are hot right now. Can they make me go up to $29.99? I'm just playing, don't get upset. But hey, anything's possible. But paid it on $3.99 super chat. Glad I showed up, motherfucker. Bet this money give your girl some passion. Well, hey, I bet that give me some passion. I ain't thinking about no girl. Because I tell you right now, I'm taking that $3.99 and I'm putting it right in this bra. I'm putting it right down my pants. I'm not buying a camera. I'm not buying a GoPro. I'm not going backpacking. I'm taking it and I'm direct depositing it. Because what I can tell you is this, guys and girls, okay, when the real estate market is hot, that means people are hooking up and starting families, okay? And I'm all about staying single, okay? And buying a small little quaint place, maybe, but maybe stay as a nomad, okay? Why? Because, guys, you don't have passion, okay, when you got painting to do, okay? When you have to paint, you don't have passion. I remember I bought my house, thank God for a friend that came over, helped me paint. I hate painting. Shout out to my beautiful, strong woman, Lynn. Lynn, her husband, her family. Lynn's out there painting her house in New Jersey. It's a disaster. I know it's a disaster. I love her, though. She's a positive person. She got a YouTube channel. Check her out, Lynn Jersey Girl, Jersey Life. She out there hustling hard, working in the medical field, making money. Came from the Philippines. You should check her channel out. She ripping that shit up. Very smart, strong woman. But she got caught in the algorithm of the United States of America, which is home renovations. Okay. Welcome to a first world country, guys. Go to Home Depot. Guys, all I'll tell you is this. The best paint color, I painted my house a lot of different colors. The best paint color I found, okay, is the Florida sunset that I see in person. Oh, I tell you. Passion does not come from paint coloring. Passion comes, okay, from doing a side hustle you're passionate about, getting more money, cutting expenses, taking care of yourself well, physically, mentally, emotionally, and showing up. Because, guys, when I started this live feed, I wasn't this hot and passionate. But once you get going, I get all lathered up. Okay. Like you say, oh, once we started doing foreplay, you were soft. Now you're hard as a rock. Well, guys, that's what happens. They were dry, okay, like the deserts of Arizona, like all the broke people who flocked there, like that girl left a comment today. Then all of a sudden, you start getting worked up, and it becomes the Atlantic Ocean. It's very moist. Some people don't like humidity. What, you like dry air? What type of person likes dry air? I know what type of person. Very dry. Very dry, like a moist, guys. Okay? I don't know what type of person likes dry air. Guys, stick your head in your electric dryer, okay? If you like dry air, okay, I want you to go to your $2,000 electric dryer that you do laundry in, okay? I go to laundromat, I hate maintenance, I have a dryer. Stick your head in that dryer and you tell me you like dry air? It's a disaster. How? Wow, teen night. Yeah, I remember teen night. That was great times. I know a couple people in their 20s still going to teen night. They were doing that Al Bundy, man. Got to move forward. No more high school football. No more clubs. You got to evolve. You say, well, will I ever find joy again? I said the same thing about cigarettes. I remember looking at my Newport cigarette and I said, damn, I don't want to quit. Because I feel like if I quit cigarettes, I'm not going to enjoy life. And it was very painful to quit, very tough. But eventually, through trial and error, the grace of God and hard work, I quit cigarettes. Big accomplishment. And guys, you put me around a cigarette now, I'm repulsed. Once in a while, I see some broke psychopath with body damage on his car. His transmission sounds like he's about to die. And he pulls up to me with his windows down smoking a cigarette. I say, oh my God. But you should have saw me when I was in my 20s going through the garbage to try to find a cigarette butt. Oh, you can evolve. You can change. It'll be a miracle because not too many people do change, but you can. You can change. That's the difference between a human and an algorithm. An algorithm is just going to keep doing what it's programmed to do. Pluto $4 Starbucks super sticker super chat. I'm glad I showed up today. Because what I can tell you is this, it all adds up. The views, the super chats, the memberships, the revenue. But if I don't show up, none of this shit works. If I don't upload, my channel don't grow. If I don't change my content from how do you stay hot in a car to here's a house in Port St. Lucie, my channel don't grow. I'm watching motherfuckers still beat living in a car dead as hell. No man life's dead, but it doesn't matter if you're doing houses, because I see some real estate agents, they can use my help. It doesn't matter if you're doing houses, renovate. If you don't have any passion, you're marrying a friend you went to high school with, and you didn't even like him in high school. Guys, people don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. They don't even like me. They don't want to live in their car. They probably don't want to live in Florida, but they like the passion. Because they look at the news, they look at their wife, they look at themselves, and they're not passionate. They're dry. They like dry heat. What a disaster. Guys, there's a lot of suffering in the world, man. There's a lot of suffering in this world, man. There's a lot. And I don't mean to laugh at it, guys. I'm trying to laugh with you. Because guys, you know, I make videos about how tough life is. I feel bad sometimes. But what I'm trying to tell you is, guys, how do you find your passion? By doing a side job that you're passionate about. By pushing past the trolls. By uploading. By going to work. By cutting your expenses but increasing your revenue. By moving states and being scared but not stopping in South Carolina. Don't marry the person you went to high school with. Sell your house and move your shit. And find new friends in a new state. But you won't do it. Why? Because, guys, you lease a car every 3 years. You renovate every 3 years, okay? And you get worse looking every 3 years. Guys, I look better than I did when I uploaded a video 3 years ago. It's true, okay? A lot of people troll me just because they can't get with me. It's true. I hate to say it's true. So what I can tell you, guys and girls, okay, you ain't taking care of yourself. And you expect me to lie to you and say, damn, you looking good? You looking bad, okay? You looking bad. Okay? You look like shit. Coronavirus totally fucked you up. Put the nail in the coffin. Okay. What does it really matter if you got a hot real estate market, but you're not hot? And I'm not talking about physical looks. I'm talking about self-respect, motivation, perspiration. You're so damn cold, you can't even realize it. I knew some psychopaths talking about the way to get out of depression is a cold shower. I said, you better go back. You never even went to psychology school. You watched some person on YouTube say that. Guys, a cold shower is not the answer to get out of depression. I hate to say it. Guys, a cold shower puts you in a thermal meltdown. Okay, your body's basically trying to protect itself, so it releases endorphins. Okay, it's like people who cut themselves, or like who do something very vile to themselves, so that their body can release the endorphins to try to heal itself. It's like a natural high. You don't jump in a cold shower. What are you, Terrell Owens? Look what happened to Terrell Owens. He could have been one of the best wide receivers. But he started taking those ice baths. And then he went all wacko. A cold shower is a sign of bad mental health. Yeah. You can add NoFap to the list. Okay. You could add totally out of balance vegan. You could add men going their own way with twice. You can add them. You could add a first shooter gamer. When you go look at his YouTube channel, all you see is a thumbnail of a scope of a rifle shooting a game. Guys. See, the real estate market's hot, but what I really understand is that means more people are in their house, which is, guys, it's good to have a nice house. But is your house your casket? Or is your house your shelter that only enables you to live a hot life, a passionate life? Kathy says, single for the win, 100 emoji. Having kids is like pain in the ass, in my opinion. Yeah, my opinion too, Kathy. Now, there's some people that's their passion. Until their kids get a certain age, then that's their pain. But I digress, and I recognize that everyone has a different way to live life. But in me and you, as far as my opinion, at this point in my life, I'm glad I didn't have kids. But again, I respect that some people, they do love kids, and they're good parents. There's some out there. And I'm thankful for everything I've ever had in my life. Overall, I've had a good life. Okay. Overall, I've still felt the pain of life. Okay. And like I say, I'm the only one in my family in certain regards that got out of certain cycles. So I can't even say that just because the way I grew up, I was guaranteed to do anything. Because if I look in my same household, big different result. Okay. So look, some of it I can't explain. Some of it's just like perspiration. Okay. With no perspiration, guys, no progress. Okay. You got to go to the construction site, be scared as hell, and show up the next day. You got to go do DoorDash, be scared as hell, and click accept. You got to have a YouTube channel and be scared as hell, upload every day. You got to accept the job promotion and come off the night shift. You got to get out of unemployment and go on the night shift at Planet Fitness. You got to start. You got to be consistent. You got to start sweating. Because some people masturbate to the hot real estate market, but they don't masturbate to themselves. They don't get excited about themselves. What type of person is that? I had this troll. He's a very nasty person from Canada. Good guy. But, some good people from Canada. This guy's a bad guy. His tag name was Enjoy the Dream Life. But he would leave some treacherous comments on my channel and other people's channel. I saw him. Like, he used to be nice, but then, I don't know, maybe he's got, these split personalities. 1 minute he'll say some encouraging thing, and the next minute he'll say some totally trash thing. So maybe he's got some mental issue. But he's also got real estate in Fort Lauderdale. Okay. He thought he was like a Donald Trump. Okay. Turned out, he was like Donald Trump. Piece of shit. Hate to say it. But I said to myself, even if this guy does have real estate, which I question, but let's just say he does, what does it really matter if you don't have a mental peace? Because I can tell by his comments, this guy's not happy. Okay. I saw his YouTube channel too. He stole like 4 videos from other people and made them his own. Like Melania Trump stole all the speeches and that's what he did. And they all sucked. I said, man, I hope your real estate ain't as bad as your videos. I don't know, guys. All I know is this. Real estate is one part of life, a shelter. Most people need it. We all need some type of shelter. We all need it. And you can find shelter. You can find real estate, whether it's real estate you own, real estate you rent, real estate you're subsidized in, doesn't matter. But that's only one part of life. Once you find shelter, then you have to find your passion. How can you sit in your house, even if you own it mortgage free? I know I've met some old people, guys, they own their house free and clear. But they like dry heat, and their life was very dry. They keep putting their dreams off. You don't have to quit your job and sell your house to live your dream, but you got to start doing something. Because if you're waiting for a hotter real estate market, I don't know what the fuck you waiting for. It don't get no hotter than this. You know what? Maybe interest rates go to -5. Okay, Bitcoin goes to 500,000. Okay. Fucking coconuts start handing out money to buy houses. That's the only way I can see it get higher than this. Show up, guys. Show up to your life. If you're in a house or an apartment right now or Airbnb, I want you to look at your recliner. Yeah, coconuts, you know what it is, man. I want you to look at your recliner, your chair, whatever you're sitting your crusty ass in, your dry coochie. Okay. Your crusty ball sack. And I want you to look at that couch or that recliner. And I want you to ask yourself, is this what owning real estate's about? Is this what renting's about? It's good to have a shelter. I'm even telling you guys, it's good to be off the road and have a place if it's in the area you want to be below your means. But all it is that, where are you at? You say, God, I'm just trying to get through the day. Well, that's a good goal. Manage your time is the next good goal. Try to wake up early. You're not talking about self-care again. Yes, I am. And you're still diverting your self-care to look at real estate. Guys, you know what's hotter than real estate? Your need to self-care. Because you're not going to make rational decisions if you're not taking care of yourself. Remember the movie, what was that movie, man, with Ben Stiller when he masturbated in his hair? And his friend told him, if you don't masturbate before you go on a date, you're going to make an emotional decision. Guys, I can't believe how hard it is to walk off a car lot or RV lot. Even after walking off the lot 3 times and going back, it's hard for me to go back and want to commit. But every time I'm at the car lot, guys, it is so hard to walk away. Very intimidating. But you have to be ready. Okay. The real estate agent doesn't have to be ready. The car salesman doesn't have to be ready. You have to be ready. Something about Mary. Hal, you're on fire. Good job. Thank you. I love you, Hal. So guys and girls, I'm going to leave it on that note. I showed up again. You showed up again. Okay. You can do more than you can think you could do. I want you to look back at your life. And as imperfect as it may be, because I know all of us, we tend to look back at our failures, not our successes. If you made a YouTube account, you figured out more than a lot of people. That's what I always tell you. To me, I'm not buying into the fact that a person who can create several YouTube accounts and troll has such bad mental health that they can't do anything. Because you can be a data entry clerk. Because it takes some mental capacity to create not just one account, several. And most people I met, they got several accounts. And it's a shame they use them all for shit. I said, man, what if you use those accounts to network, to get information, to date, to do something positive? You'd be on fire. What if you use that energy to do another DoorDash? What if you use that energy to work out? Misdirected energy is Satan. It's dry heat. Guys, dry heat is for the destitute and the cracked, ashy skin of Arizona. I'm in the moist Caribbean. Okay. Let me tell you something. You got a choice to make. Do you want to wake up to a cactus or a palm tree? Do you want to wake up next to Russia in Alaska? Okay. Or next to Puerto Rico in Miami? What do you want to wake up next to? Location matters. Like I said, guys, you can't grow a cactus in Florida. You can't grow a palm tree in Arizona. Location matters. However, wherever you go, there you are. You were eating DiGiorno pizza in Michigan. Now your fat ass is sweating in Sanibel Island. And you got a dual zone air conditioning unit. Okay. You got to call Caribbean HVAC to come check your coil. Okay. And what I can tell you is this, guys, in Florida, you gotta change your air condenser about every 3 to 5 years. In New Jersey, about 10. Why? Because you only use your air conditioning about 3 months out of the year. It's a shit show. It's a snow show. In Alaska, guys, they don't even have air conditioners, okay? They just got a picture of Sarah Palin with like a fire in front of her. It's crazy. I love you, ESP. I'm not talking about you. Where do you want to live? What do you want to do? It's the questions that you must answer. But like I said, guys, if you don't start doing something, nothing's going to change. And the days just keep going by. We're all one step closer to death today. We're one day older. But I feel like I'm getting younger. I feel like what was that movie? What was that movie with Brad Pitt? Where the guy, like he was opposite. Everyone was getting old. He was getting younger. Benjamin Button. Guys, I'm getting younger. You guys getting old as shit. Marcel. Windsurf at the beach. That's too dangerous. But I see some people doing it. But if that's what you want to do, I'm not mad at you. I want you to go out. You damn sure ain't windsurfing in the UK, man. It's cloudy as hell over there, man. You guys gotta get out of the UK, man. Marcel. I love you, brother. Shout out to everyone in the UK. There's a lot of windsurfing in South Florida, guys. Guys, we're outdoor activities forever. Yeah. All right, let's stay positive. Thank you, Marcel. Marcel says, during summer on a lake. 3 weeks out of the year. That's what New Jersey's like. 3 weeks out of the year, you can go in the ocean. Nah, I'm good. I tell you right now. You say, well, 4 seasons make you appreciate the summer. Guys, I appreciate the summer 365 days out the year. It's like saying, yeah, well, being broke help you appreciate money. Guys, I like direct deposits every day. I still appreciate them, okay? I don't need to go through hell to appreciate heaven. And guys, you get one. I don't need to go back to my ex to understand why I left. I damn sure don't need to marry someone I knew in high school just because I'm lonely in my 40s. Hell to the no. What I tell you is if you're not willing to sell your house in the hot real estate market, you're going to die wherever you are. That's the concluding message. The real estate market has never been hotter, and if you're not ready to sell, you better be ready to die where you live. Oh, shit. New member, Mr. Vision. I am glad I showed up today. Mr. Vision, welcome to the All Access Yacht Club, where you can cancel at any time. Why? Because you're not married to me. Okay. If you decide tomorrow you want to divorce me, we don't have to sell the house and split it. You just and I like that non-committal. I want to thank you, Mr. Vision, for your show of support. I hope that my videos, through information, inspiration, or motivation, provide you value. Okay. To push forward to your vision. Because at the end of the day, guys and girls, look, we know it's a disaster, but we got to push forward. 199 super chat. I'm glad I showed up, motherfucker. Stay blessed, Sam. Best beach in Florida. Jupiter, Florida. Juno Beach. Palm Beach County. That's off top of the head, I would say. Those are very, only because they're less crowded. Fort Lauderdale's nice, but it's too crowded. Boca Raton's nice, but it's hard to find public beach spots so you can park for free. Juno Beach for the win, probably. That's what I would say. Yeah, Juno Beach. Love to you, man. Mr. Vision, new member. Keep up the good work, Sam. Thank you. I'm getting ready to buy a house in Port St. Lucie. That's a hot market. Port St. Lucie, Lakewood Park area. I don't know that area, but maybe I'll check it out and do a video. I've been in a van now for 1.5 years. Well, congratulations. It's starting to take a toll. I understand that. It's starting to take a toll. Hold on, I see the super chat there. I got blinded by the money, motherfucker. 999 super chat. I'm glad I showed up. I'm glad I showed up. Damn it, thank you, Mr. Vision. I appreciate that, man. I couldn't even read because I try. It's like when you open up a card from your mother and $100 bill fall out. Like you trying to read the words, but you see the money. You say, "Let me take the money. I get the money." But I'll read. Let me read the gift card. He goes, and I understand what he's saying here. He goes, after a year living in the van, it's taking a toll. Yeah, the food cost a bit. Food on the road is not good. Well, the only reason I've been able to eat relatively good on the road is because I was obese when I lived in a house, and I got nerve damage, and I had to go to the hospital, and it put such a scare in me that I got my health together, okay? But it is harder to eat healthy on the road, and it costs more money to eat on the road, no doubt about it. So what I can tell you is Port St. Lucie right now is a hot market, very hot. Nice area, okay? I will try to find Lakewood Park because I don't know that area, don't want to speak on it. But I would say overall, Port St. Lucie, pretty much, I haven't seen any bad neighborhoods in Port St. Lucie. So you should be good to go. Treasure Coast is for the win. So, Mr. Vision, you're going to do great. Love to you, brother. And thank you. Thank you to everyone, guys. I want to say thank you because I have gratitude, not entitlement. Okay? I show up. I don't expect or feel entitled to anything. But I say, damn it, I'm going to show up, okay? And I'm going to go out there. I'm going to do my best, okay? And I want to thank you, okay? Peace. Thank you.